Your Honor, I was halfway joking, but the question I do have for the court, I've already asked a few other people. Are you familiar with where the Michigan State Police Detroit Detachment is? Have you ever heard of
I've
that?
never even heard that phrase.
So we will teach you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Is that supposed to be like a post?
We don't know. The APA doesn't know. I've never seen it before in my years of doing this. It's a new one. But it's the alleged location that the intoxilizer was performed at. So we got a few issues. That's just what I'd ask right off the bat.
Never heard the phrase.
I don't know.
Nope. Good luck. Good luck.
Sorry.
What is your guys' name?
Always.
Oh, okay. Ms. Henderson. The attorney's here.
Okay.
This one, Morgan. That's not gonna be.
Thank you.
I just feel a little.
On Morgan, you said?
Okay.
I don't know. Do we need him?
Yeah, because for Sydney.
Well, yeah, we don't need him right now.
Okay. All right.
I don't know what we're doing here.
She wasn't.
Patricia's not.
No.
Yeah.
Sydney.
What are we doing on Morgan?
Judge, can defense may briefly approach, please?
Sure.
So I just wanted to ask, like, what we just do today? The process we were doing, what she doing, fixing what she was talking. Yeah. I had it in the rules that the cases of brain as over pre-show, but then he starts the years. So I'm not sure when that changed it, but she's here. So the process we're doing next hearing, but she wants to. It'll be fine. For instance, I asked her family to break, listen, she's here today, but she does want to.
She wants to know also.
Yeah, but she does want to appear in person, so I'm gonna ask that if there's a way this kept on her docket saying that we want this in person.
Yeah.
Because it's easier for her to appear.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Just gonna figure that, we would sometimes.
Sounds good, Judge.
All right, well, we're just gonna set another pretrial?
And then I think he needs to be arraigned on the 25 case.
Yes, Judge.
Yes. Yes. I don't have a 25 case. I got a December 24 and I got a,
No, the 25 case is in the case number.
oh. Got it. Yeah, and how did we do? Oh, okay, that's why. It came in 2025, but it's a 24 incident date.
Yes.
All right. All right, so let's get appearances on Leslie Morgan.
Morning, Your Honor. Patricia Mandrack for the people, PA 4088.
May it please the court, on my left, the 5634, for the record, Leslie Morgan.
Thank you. Counsel, would you waive formal reading on the 12/21/24 incident?
You waive for reading.
I'll enter a not guilty plea. All right. So we're going to adjourn a pretrial out till March 19th?
Mark Lane.
If they're coming back to us, they
Yeah.
want 6 weeks, just for a quick trial, yes.
March 19th?
I'll be in a trial that starts that Monday.
How about the week after? 26th?
Early morning or later morning?
You said which day? I'm sorry.
26th.
We have starting at 8:45 all the way to 10:30.
9 o'clock, please.
And but I would try to request that maybe later presence day. Wait for that final, for that pre-trial.
Done.
Thank you.
All right, so on the April 10th incident date, we'll just continue bond. Let's talk about bond on the newer incident.
Judge, in this case, for the malicious use of telecommunications device case, I am requesting that I am going to leave the terms of bond at the discretion of the court. I would ask that another no contact order be entered. And I would ask that the court reiterate to the defendant that he's been complaining with his contact, and he has had no contact with him.
Okay.
Mr. Morgan does understand that I have contact with her. However, she does, and he showed her, and I showed that to the prosecutor, she does what amounts, in my opinion, to harass him and his wife. 100 calls a day type stuff. And so we would ask the court to maybe admonish her.
She's not under my thumb. She's not under my thumb.
And Judge, I haven't talked to the complaining witness about this.
Right. I think it's ill-advised behavior, but I don't have her on a bond. But I want to note for the record that the no contact order, at least according to my records, was entered on December 24th. The telecommunications charge came out of December 21 incident date. So I don't hear any allegation that the bond on the first file was.
That's correct, Judge. If that's, and I can, if defendant had been arraigned on the day before, this conversation would be very different.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror the bond on the second file as to match the first file. No contact, no phone calls, no letters, no social media contact. You see her Taco Bell, you're eating Burger King. Don't have your friend call and see how she's doing. She tracks you down and begs to meet for coffee. She can't change this order. Only myself or somebody else with a rope. Clear enough? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you violate bond? That's condition 1. Condition 2 is no other trouble, no new criminal offenses. And condition 3, you got to be in court for March 19th.
Yes, sir.
Agreed? Anything else, counselors?
I believe you said March 19th?
March 19th at 9.
Also,
Oh, I'm sorry. We talked to 19th and we moved it. Good catch.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Oh.
Okay. For you and for your client.
Counsel, are we ready on Mullins?
Mr. Mohammed, I'm doing
Do you have all the position?
No, I don't.
How's Miss Henderson today? I said, how's Miss Henderson today?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Are we holding this one?
All right, thanks. Have a good one.
Sit.
Yeah, we will hold on to.
Yeah. Unless you got one.
I have seen two emails here.
Hey, Ken, you have to be here tomorrow.
I'll be here.
People are on.
Oh, yeah.
Ratings.
Believe me, I always should.
What look you at?
Well, he was worried that you'd try to get out.
I didn't say that. Well, I didn't know he had to wear leggings under his skirt.
We ready? Mr. Mohammed?
Yeah.
All right. If you two would put your appearances on the record for Mr. Ray Mullins, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mohammed, on behalf of the people.
Good morning, City Anderson with the Neighborhood Defender Service, P84839, here on behalf of Ray Mullins, President of Courtroom today. Can you please state your full name for the record, sir?
Thank you. Have a seat, Mr. Mullins. The attorneys are trained to jump up in law school. You don't have to do that. Are you ready, Mr. Muhammad?
Yes, the people call Officer Cozero. Kuzon, my apologies.
Corporal, come on up. Watch your step on my ramp. Raise your right hand. Swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I will.
Have a seat. You know the drill. Settle in. When you're ready.
Good morning, Officer. Can you please state your full name for the record?
Nathan Kuzera.
Officer, I'm gonna take you back to the day of September 2nd, 2021. Did you work that day? And in what capacity did you work that day?
Road Patrol.
Okay, and who's your employer at that time?
City Road.
Okay, and in what capacity did you work for them?
The Road Patrol.
Okay,
Police officer.
okay. And on that day, did you work by yourself or with a partner?
By myself.
Okay, and did you work in full uniform or modified uniform?
Full.
Okay, and on that day, did you operate a scout vehicle or did you work foot patrol?
Seven.
Okay, now was the scout vehicle fully marked or semi-marked?
Full work.
Okay, and on that day of September 2nd, 2021, did your duties as a police officer take you at or near the location of North Line and Huron River Drive?
Yes.
Okay, is that located in the city of Romulus, County of Wayne?
Yes.
What took you to that location?
Let me stop you, Mr. Muhammad. You don't know this, but we do. Which North Line in Huron River Drive?
The North Line and West here.
Thank you.
Thank you. And what took you to that location?
Dispatch location. To be the accident.
Okay, and when you made that location, what did you do?
On arrival, I saw. Actually, the step back, it was a reference a green Yukon and a blue Ford Explorer that was involved in the accident. No injuries reported and being reported off the side of the road. Upon arrival, heading west on Pure River Drive, and I got behind the vehicle that was on the westbound side of the road, which ended up being a blue Ford Explorer.
Okay, and you indicated that there was a traffic accident. And did you observe any damage to any vehicles when you made that location?
Yes, there were two vehicles there. The green Explorer, or green Yukon, and the blue Explorer. I was very damaged to.
Okay, now when you made that location and you made those observations, what did you do?
First contacted the Explorer.
Okay, now how many individuals were seated in that Ford Explorer?
One in the front drivers.
Okay, and describe the scene.
The vehicle,
The vehicle, anything that you saw.
white male was sitting in the front driver's seat, the airbag was deployed. The obvious damage to the vehicle from the vehicle
Okay, now the individual was sitting where exactly?
in the front driver's seat.
Okay, now the individual you observed in the driver's seat, you see that person in the courtroom today?
Yes,
Can you please point to that person and point out an article of clothing that person is wearing?
sitting at the defense table.
Can you please point out an article of clothing?
Black sweatshirt.
Your Honor, please let the record reflect the witness has identified the defendant.
Noted.
Thank you. And so then what happened next?
I asked the driver if he was okay. She tried replied he was, then asked him for his driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
Okay, and what happened next?
I could smell the odor of the toxins coming from the person,
Okay,
and I seemed to kind of fumble for his driver's license. That when he's pulling out his wallet, he wasn't able to hand me his driver's license while he was looking for his insurance and registration. I also asked him for his phone number to write down for the report. The driver was able to only give me 3 of the last 4 numbers of his phone number.
okay,
Then at that point, I asked him about that. There was only 3 numbers, and the driver then stopped and looked at me, stated I'm drunk.
okay. Stated what?
I'm drunk.
Okay. And then what happened then?
Made sure he was okay. Believing that the vehicle was disabled, he wasn't going to be able to go anywhere. Asked him to relax, stay there at that location. So I go talk to the other driver, find out what happened. Then I was able to talk to that driver, get all their information, return to my car, wrote down the information I needed from that driver, gave him a business card, I was able to clear him from the scene when he was able to drive his vehicle. And then I went back to Mr. Mullins to speak with him.
Okay, and so what did you do next?
At that point, I requested that Mr. Mullins step out of the vehicle,
Why did you do that?
believing he was impaired. The
Okay, what led you to that?
smell of intoxicants from his breath. Fumbling for his driver's license. And telling me that he was drunk, which is kind of abnormal, especially at that time of day. And being behind the wheel of the car.
Understood. And so what happened next?
I asked him to
Bless you.
sobriety test. He said he wasn't sure if he could, just walk there, but he was able to exit the vehicle. He appeared a bit unsteady on his feet as he walked towards the back of the car. I asked him to step the back bumper of his vehicle, perform the sobrieties. Excuse me. I asked him which grade he was able to complete it, and if he was able to read. He said he understood the alphabet. At that point, I asked him to recite the alphabet and stop at the letter P. He continued to the letter S, and then I asked him again about the alphabet, and he refused to complete any word.
Okay, is that indicative of anything based on your training and experience as a police officer?